Just a reminder guys, before we get into the video, just to remember to stay safe when doing your own projects. Right, let's get into this then. You can see us collecting some scrap wood, which is the wood that we use for most of the project. We then start by marking it out just using a pencil. And then start to cut the pieces using a handsaw, which was very slow. We quickly turned to using an electric saw because it's much more fast and accurate. We then cut all of the pieces for the sides using the electric saw. We then used a circular saw for some of the cuts that the other saw wasn't able to do. And then we used an electric plane to smooth down all the sides to make sure that they join together well. We then pilot drilled some holes ready for screws to stop the wood from splitting. We then deepened some holes to make sure that the screws got good grip. We then used long screws to screw it all together to make sure that it was strong. On the second day we started off by marking out the piece of plywood that was going to be for the ramp, and then we cut some cross pieces to join the two sides together. And then we pilot drilled holes to screw those together as well. We then screwed the cross pieces to the side frames. We then cut the plywood ramp surface using a circular saw. We then screwed this piece to the frame using shorter screws. And then cut strengthening pieces out of more plywood using the circular saw again. And then screwed those on using the shorter screws. The ramp was built and it was time to test it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.